I just love to hear the giggles. I love to see the smiles. I love to see the interaction the staff provides with the children. They're so loving and giving and care so much.
Most of our mornings just start off with like greeting everyone and saying good morning, and that's so important because we really try to keep that home atmosphere here.
Here at Crescent Cove, you get a chance to really be with the kid and get to know them and actually be their friend and be there. You want to make it like the best day they ever have on this earth.
A typical day is full of like big smiles, lots of high energy, and I get to enjoy the simple moments of cuddles, and I get to be a part of these kids' special family.
We have a lot of help with grandmas and grandpas and stuff, and a wonderful PCA, but it's still a lot of nights up, not a lot of sleep. And then to hear about a place that does respite care and does it free of charge. To say we jumped at the opportunity is probably an understatement.
The more breaks we have, the more obvious it is that it's just so needed throughout the year.
It's been good to give us a chance to get out and do some things that we maybe want to do, but we can't, or that would be really challenging with Isaiah. He's just smiling and happy, and we know he's taken care of, so that lets us, free our guilt that we might have for doing something without him.
When we left Isaiah here, the nurses showed such care and understanding and patience, and they knew how to take care of him, and that really helped make us feel comfortable.
It's just this aura in this house of joy and laughter and like making every single second important.
This is why I work here, because we make moment counts and we make a difference in their life,
We just want to thank everyone at Crescent Cove for what they do and all the donors for what they give to make this possible. It's a life-changing experience and place. I'm really happy that it's part of our life.
Good evening. Welcome to Crescent Cove. Thanks for joining me. Come on in. Here at Crescent Cove, we are making moments count for kids with life-threatening conditions. Tonight is about sharing the joy and love found in this beautiful home each day. We want to introduce you to our mission and what it means for kids and families in Minnesota and far beyond. It's about the little moments. We've all said that and we've heard that, but how much do we believe it? And more importantly, how often do we live it? Certainly I have my own personal vivid moments. As a parent, just like all parents, who can help but think about the birth of their children, right? It's one of the greatest thrills and biggest moments in your life. I also had a lot in my baseball career, coming out of college and signing my first pro contract, and then finally making it to the big leagues and pitching my first professional game as a major leaguer. Obviously a great moment. I was so fortunate to be able to pitch and play in several World Series, but my greatest moment is without a doubt right here in Minnesota, where I was able to be a part of the Game 7. Just a fantastic memory, and I'll never ever forget it. Got one more that really topped it all though, and that was being elected to Major League Baseball's Hall of Fame. A joy and a dream come true. I never thought about it when I played, but I certainly appreciated it. And all these memories bring me back to what this home is all about, what these kids must go through and have a place that they can find their little joys and their little dreams. For families raising children with life-threatening conditions, they live each day in uncertainty. Their days can seem to run together, moving from one stressful situation to the next. Most of their questions are rarely met with answers, and they find themselves constantly holding their breath. At Crescent Cove, our goal is to slow down time, allowing families to celebrate each moment and focus on living life fully. The nursing team provides 24/7 respite care. Respite care at Crescent Cove is like a kid's visit to their grandparents' house, so mom and dad can have a break. Parents have even called it a magical place like Disney World for their kids. It's that special. When kids like those you'll meet tonight visit Crescent Cove, the goal is to make each day the best day ever. We provide experiences and activities that bring smiles and play, and perhaps magical moments to their precious life. Crescent Cove also provides sacred end-of-life care for children. This critical service gives families a place to be together, cherish precious memories, and to leave the worries of the world outside. In early June 2020, a young teenage boy and his family spent the last 8 days of his life here. They lived close to the epicenter of the riots in Minneapolis and were introduced to Crescent Cove by their hospice team. Our home provides them a home away from the chaos, secluded on Twin Lakes, a place the boy called paradise. They were treated to an outdoor concert, quiet moments to snuggle, and invaluable time to reflect and just be. For parents and caregivers who are raising a child with shortened life expectancy, respite means a much-needed and well-deserved break for them. A chance to relax, recharge, spend time with other family members, or take a trip. Let's meet one of our families with their 12-year-old son, Firas.
You excited? You gonna help me? Well, Firas is 12 years old. Oh, hug time. Oh. He's my second child. He's a happy, loving kid since he was a baby. He always hugs and cuddle and all that stuff that he's always gonna be my baby.
He's really energetic and he's always happy and fun to have around.
He was 4 months old when they confirmed that he has Lowe syndrome, and it does affect the vision, the nerve system, his kidneys. 1, 2, 3. For me as a single mom, I didn't think I would ever have a break. Good job, yay. You can do it. Dr. Peterson, she was the medical director for Crescent Cove. She asked if we can learn more about that place. She thinks it's a great fit. So we sure did went and did a visit. We actually spent the first night there together, all of us. It was comfortable, it was cozy, felt safe, like anything that I would want to feel when I'm at home. It was just amazing. Once we brought him there, they were sending me videos and pictures. I'm like, is this my son? What's going on?
Hi. It's so fun.
He came a whole refreshed person, like a whole new person. When he goes there, I don't even call to check sometimes because that's how I feel comfortable and safe. They're the people that I feel he's home. He's with his family. He's with people who knows him and they really care and love him.
Hi, honey.
A couple of years ago, they chose Firas to throw the first pitch in the Twins baseball game. So we have met a lot of families that go through Crescent Cove too. It's just, I feel like we belong with them. Oh, we gonna hug? Firas has a long journey ahead of him that we don't know what to expect. So I'll always need the support. I don't know what I would do with my life if we don't have Crescent Cove. It's home. It's my child's second home. It's heaven on earth. High five. Yes.
Firas's family is one of more than 250 families served by Crescent Cove in 2020 thus far. When this year's global health crisis led to closures all over the country and the world, Crescent Cove remained open for families, providing a safe haven for children and the lifeline for their parents. My wife Jennifer and I got started with Crescent Cove right at the grassroots. We met with Nita Killebrew and Katie. We met with the Molitors and the Olivas, and we all kind of immediately knew that this was a mission that we wanted to be a part of. Certainly there's been some trials and tribulations over all the years to get it to where we are right now, to have this beautiful home and to have these kids and families be a part of it. I certainly was blessed to know one of the kids that was here for a short time. His name was Ben, and immediately I felt a bond with him. He was so elated and so excited to be here at Crescent Cove. The one thing that really hit home to me about Ben was I could see that the joy that was there within him because he gave mom and dad a break, and he could be without them just like a teenage kid anywhere. He could be without mom and dad. They can go off and do their thing, and he could feel like a young man on his own. It certainly brought him joy, and I know it brought his parents joy also. And now it's time to virtually walk through the home with us to see the space firsthand. With 6 rooms available for kids and a family suite, the home is a vibrant, joyful, cozy, and loving place.
I vividly remember the first time I looked at the Crescent Cove website and learned that such an amazing place exists. I closed the door of my office at work, poured through the website, and started sobbing. I was a living definition of caregiver burnout at the time. Between home health, home nursing callouts, hours of daily hands-on care, endless medical appointments, and hospital visits, worrying about the future, working full-time, and being a single mom to my amazing little boy, I was at the end of my rope. Crescent Cove was everything I was longing for without even realizing it. I'm the proud mother of the most courageous little boy there ever was. Salim is a complicated little guy medically, but his primary condition is called recessive dystrophic epidermolysis bullosa, or EB. His body doesn't produce collagen 7, so his skin blisters or sloughs off entirely with the slightest touch. He has open wounds all over his body at all times, is in bandages neck to toe 24/7, and endures a painful 2 to 3 hour bath and bandage change almost daily. EB is so rare that many, even in the medical field, have never even heard of it. It's hard for me to trust anyone with him, but upon arrival, I realized Crescent Cove was different. For the very first time, I felt like I could let down my guard. I knew without a doubt that my boy was not only safe, but was loved and adored and having the time of his life. He spent an entire week with staff and volunteers who spent hours playing and singing with him, arranging fun activities, and taking him on boat rides. He spent more time laughing that week than anything else. We celebrated his 5th birthday at Crescent Cove, and everyone went out of their way to make sure it was the best birthday there ever was. The day was even topped off with a visit from the local fire station and fire truck. And when you're parenting a child whose birthdays will be limited, those celebrations are even more special and precious. Salim and I are a unique Crescent Cove family as we live in North Carolina. While most parents leave their children in the loving hands of nurses and return home or go on a trip, I spent the entire week with Salim at the home. It gave me the unique gift of not only watching the ways that they interacted with my son, but with every child there. I witnessed the beauty of what it's like for every child, regardless of ability, development, or cognitive level, to be treated like the most important and dignified person in the world. Full conversations were carried on with each child all day long, regardless of the child's ability to verbally respond or engage. The staff genuinely adore their jobs and the children they count themselves blessed to care for. Crescent Cove is unlike any place I have been or even dreamed of. Families of children with complex and life-limiting medical conditions become acclimated to a certain level of stress and anxiety. It is usually quite unhealthy. Personally, I did not even realize how much stress I was carrying around with me on a daily basis until I spent a few days at Crescent Cove and felt it all fall off of my shoulders. I am so grateful for the ways in which the entire Crescent Cove community has touched and shaped my family. I am also extremely grateful for Crescent Cove's commitment to keeping services free for all families, for opening their doors to any child across the country with a life-limiting illness, and for the donors who make it all possible.
Now joining me here tonight is Crescent Cove's Director of Engagement, Tara Anderson.
Thank you, Jack. My role here at Crescent Cove is to spread our mission far and wide. As just the third of its kind in the United States, our respite and hospice home for kids is a joyful and vibrant place, as you've seen tonight. And we provide all of this at no out-of-pocket cost to our families, thanks to our donors and friends in our community who support our mission. When people often hear about Crescent Cove for the first time, they're met with sadness and grief. And that's true. Our families are in various stages of grief. Grief at what will be lost and grief at maybe what has already been lost. But what we are doing here is focusing on making the most of those moments and bringing joy into our families' lives. We support our families through many layers of their life. And as Jack mentioned before, with those little moments, that's what we want to do here. We want to focus on that so that families have lifelong memories and that they're living a full and meaningful life. To find more ways that you can support us, please visit our website. And thank you for joining us tonight here at Crescent Cove. And thank you to Jack and your wife Jennifer and the many members of our Harmon Killebrew Hospice Home for Kids Fund that have been with us for so many years and have helped share our mission. We are so grateful. So thank you everyone and good night.
Good night. Take care. Thank you.